Saying hello to nobody. But people will be watching this again after the live, so we have one viewer. Sophie!
Sophie.
We've got a little assistant with us today. Hey girls. We'll give it a few more minutes like usual to get everyone on. Hope you girls are doing well. Might get these lights off. There we go, that's nice. Give it a few minutes. It's just going to be a private class for the Sophie.
Yeah, sweet.
2 people. Alright, send us a message. She says hi, cousin. Alright. Send me a little greeting in the chat box. Let me know you're online. Hi, Shelley. Welcome. Anyone else popping up? And Georgia. Yes, we've got Georgia and Sophie in New Zealand. Shelley from Indonesia. Very international class. Pagi, mama. Alright, send us a little greeting in the chat box. We're going to start in a minute or 2. Grab yourself some pillows. Today's yin class is about holding our postures and relaxing into the stretches. So grab some cushions. Gonna get yourself all nice and comfortable. Alright, just a little minute more. You can grab yourself a little blanket if you want for Shavasana, or something to cover your eyes from the light. Get your pillows around you ready. And we'll just all come into a seated position. We're just going to take a few breaths together to ground ourselves today. So just close your eyes, sitting nice and tall. Have your palms resting gently on your knees. We'll just take a few deep inhales through our nose and breathe it out through your mouth. You can sigh, you can yawn, you can moan, you can growl, whatever feels right for you today. Feeling your belly expand and your chest rise on your inhale. Releasing any tension or worry or stress you've got there this morning. A few more breaths like this. Good morning, Lena, darling. Thanks for making it. Some nice grounding breaths. So our yin practice today, we are going to be getting into our regular yoga poses. The only difference is we're going to be holding them. So usually we flow in and out of our poses, no worries. We can feel tightness, it can be hard sometimes, we're building strength. Yin is about holding these poses and breathing into the stretch and allowing flexibility to happen naturally from the breath. So we're working on connective tissue here, not muscle. So as we breathe deep into our stretch, our connective tissue and our fascia releases and allows us to go deeper and deeper into the stretch. The longer we hold, the deeper we can get into these stretches. So for today, we'll probably just do 2 minutes each hold, because usually a yin class can go for 1.5 hours to 2 hours, depending on how many asanas we take. So take your final breath in today, exhale, give your neck a little wobble, do a few shoulder rolls, just get yourself back into the moment here. And our first position is Sphinx pose with a half frog pose in our legs. So Jason is going to be here with me helping today. I'm very thankful for him today. He's going to be doing the poses while I talk you through. So you'll be able to see what we're doing the whole time. So our first is Sphinx. So come down onto your bellies. And you want your shoulders to be your elbows to be directly under your shoulders, so that you've got nice support there. And you want your palms to be flat on the ground. Fingers spread. Weight in all 4 corners of your hands, so you're feeling very supported right now. So we're going to bend our right knee first, bring it out to the side, and we're trying to create a right angle with that foot. So you can point your toe if that feels nice. You can flex your foot. You might want to put a cushion or something under your knee. It might hurt on the ground that you're using. And your left leg is just out straight to the back. So in this position, you want to be looking directly down to in between your palms so that your spine is nice and long. You're engaging your core just slightly so that you're protecting your lower back. And I just want you to breathe here. You should be feeling this in your right hip. This is a hip opener, but it's also a slight back bend because of our Sphinx pose. So holding yourself strong. I'm starting the timer now for 2 minutes. So you can close down your eyes. I always love to do my yin poses with my eyes closed. Just drop in, focus on your breath. You can scan your body here, feel where there is any tightness or any tension, and just breathe into the stretch. Feel yourself releasing on each exhale. That's 1 minute. We got 1 more minute to go. Now just notice throughout this practice today if you're feeling any pain anywhere. You never want to feel pain in yoga. There is a very fine line, and we want to keep it in between effort and ease. So we don't want our poses to be too easy, and we don't want them to be causing us any kind of pain. So listen to your body. If you've got knee injuries or hip injuries, modify this position so that you can still feel a stretch but you're not hurting yourself. And we just continue to breathe. Take 1 big inhale. On your exhale, slowly straighten out that right leg. Bring it back to meet your left, and we'll take it onto the other side. So you can drop your chin to the ground, give your shoulders a little bit of a rest from holding that Sphinx pose. And bring yourself back up into your Sphinx. Pop out your left knee to a right angle. And we'll start to breathe here, toes pointed or toes flexed, whatever feels good for you. Your eye gaze, your drishti, down to in between your palms, and we'll start our 2 minutes now. In Yin Yoga, we're developing our flexibility. So we're working with connective tissue, ligaments, joints, bone to bone, tendons, and they gather up the muscle fibers together and connect the muscles to the bone and fascia. All of this holds our internal organs in place and surrounding joints. And we never allow ourselves to usually get this deep into stretches. So if it's your first Yin class, you might feel very, very loose and open after this class, maybe even a little bit sore. But it's a whole new level of yoga when you find a position and can hold it for long periods of time. Keeping your eyes closed and focusing on your breath, a minute to go. Sigh on the out breath to feel some tension dissolve, please go ahead. I know that always works for me, so find what works for you today. More seconds. We'll take a deep inhale, and on your exhale you can release your chin down to the floor. You can bring your left foot back to meet your right, and you can just roll your head side to side here. Just loosen out your shoulders. You can lay your head onto the left hand side, lay it onto the right hand side, and we're just going to push ourselves back up and into child's pose. Because with the Sphinx pose we're doing a back bend, we want to counterbalance that and do a forward fold. So child's pose is a beautiful one to hold for a few minutes. You can put pillows under your knees, you can bring the pillows up to under your chest to lay on them. You can balance your forehead on them. Find your place today, knees together if that feels nice. Extended child's pose if you'd like it that way. Hands to the front, hands down beside. We'll just hold this for a minute. Feeling your upper back expand on your inhale. Feeling that stretch from the top of your head down to the bottom of your spine. Focusing on your breath here. Eyes can be closed. On your next inhale, push yourself back up so that you're onto your knees. Just wiggle yourself back to the middle of your mat, legs extended out to the front. We're going to take a forward fold here. So we're going to lift our right leg up and over our left knee. So you want the side of your ankle to be sitting above your kneecap. You don't want to be resting this on your knee here. So if you want to have some support under that right leg, you can put some cushions there if that's feeling a bit sore for you today or tight. But we're going to lift up from our chest, shoulders down, neck long, and we're going to walk our hands forward. Planting your palms on the ground. Your left foot should be flexed, bringing some tension, some tightness into the front of your left calf, and we're folding forward here. So flex both of your feet in this position. And relax your head down. So So it doesn't matter if your back is curved over, that's okay in this stretch. We're not trying to strive for anything too crazy today. We just want to breathe into this. Relaxing your head down. And focusing on your breath. So you should notice that in time with each exhale you might drop just a little bit lower into your stretch. Oxygenating the muscles allows them to relax and allows you to get deeper into these poses. So if you notice your breath is short or becoming erratic, then maybe you're pushing yourself a little bit too hard. Just come back a little bit. Just continue to breathe. Your hands out a little bit further with your next inhale, and your exhale, feel yourself getting a little bit lower, finding your edge, not pushing yourself too hard today. If you want to grab hold of your foot, if you've got that accessible today, go ahead. You can use that to just pull yourself a little bit further down, or just keep walking your hands forward. Seconds. So knowing that the time is almost up on this side, see if you can just take it that little bit further for the last breath. Exhale, slowly walk yourself back up to seated. Take it slow, there's no rush here today. Release that foot, you can help it if you like. Give your legs a little shake. We're going to do that on the other side. Do a couple of shoulder rolls, you can roll your head. Flex your feet, bring the left ankle up to sit above the right knee. Take a big inhale, long through the spine, and walk yourself forward. Find your starting pose. Relaxing your head down so there's no strain in your neck. Shoulders relaxed. Notice the muscles in your face here. A lot of the time we're tensing there and we don't even realize it. Relax your brow, relax your jaw. Let your tongue sit softly in the back of your mouth. You can part your teeth just a little bit or part your lips a little bit. Just relax all the muscles in your face. Keeping your breath in a smooth rhythm. The deeper and slower the breath, the more your muscles are going to relax with you. Walking your hands a little bit further on your next exhale. Grabbing onto your foot if that becomes accessible to you. Keeping your feet flexed here. One more deep breath in. Pull stretch for that last exhale. And slowly walk yourself back up to seated. Taking your time. Take a few shoulder rolls. Roll your head out. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. And we're going to come into the center of our mats again. We're going to slowly lay down onto our backs. Take your time here, get comfortable. And we're going to bring our left leg up to a right angle. And our right leg is going to come up and over, and our ankle is going to sit on our knee where it just was in that position. We're going to loop our hands through, one hand through the inside of our leg, one hand through the outside. You can grab behind your calf, your hamstring here, or on top of your knee if that feels better for you. And we're just going to pull that right leg up to our face. So again, we're on our backs, left leg is bent, right leg comes up and over, and we're pulling that towards our chest. So you can point your toes, flex your feet, however you want that stretch to be for you today. Your right arm, right elbow can bend and push that right knee further out. That'll give you more of a stretch if that's what you're after. You want to make sure your shoulders are relaxed on the ground. They're not hunching up to meet your knee. We're going to hold it here for a few breaths. Breathing deeper and deeper into this stretch. Scanning your body, finding where you're feeling any tension today, any pain, any stiffness. Close your eyes and you can focus your deep breaths into that point in your body and feel it dissolve on your exhale. We've got one more minute here. Again, relaxing the muscles in your face. Sometimes during yin yoga, we're likely to encounter emotions arise. So sometimes it can be strong emotions of aversion. Sometimes it can be boredom. Sometimes it's blissful. You can feel sad or you can feel content. So allowing any emotions that arise during this practice to just be what they are, acknowledge them for what they are. It's a wonderful time to release any stagnant energy. So we're about to come out of this position. Take a deep breath in and pull the stretch a little bit closer towards you, and on your exhale, slowly release. Well done, that's 2 minutes on that side. Slowly bring yourself around to the other side. We'll do that on the right hand side. Find your positioning. Bringing the right knee up into the sky. Left leg up and over that knee. Pushing our left knee out to the side as much as we can. And you bring your arms through and wrap behind your hamstring or on top of your knee, wherever that feels good for you. And we're just pulling that left foot in towards your chest. Make sure your shoulders aren't hunching forward to meet your legs. Your head is nice and facing up to the ceiling. Everything's relaxed. I'm going to hold here for 2 minutes. And close your eyes to bring your focus into your breath. this is feeling good for you today and you want a little bit more, you can try to straighten that right leg. So bring yourself into the stretch as far as you can, and then from here, if you are wanting more, straighten that right leg, and it will bring a little bit of an extra stretch if you're feeling good in that today. So 1 more minute here. Scanning your body. Sometimes you notice that one side is a lot easier than the other. That's absolutely normal. That's fine. Honor that exactly how it is today. Try on your exhales to just pull yourself into the stretch a little bit more. Finding your place between effort and ease. So knowing that we're about to come out of this position, take a big inhale, pull the stretch in a little bit more, and on your exhale, release. Take your time here. Staying down on our backs, we're just going to bring our feet up, knees to the ceiling, feet planted on the floor, arms out by your side, and you're just going to windshield wiper the legs here. Just loosen out any tightness that you created in that stretch. Finding what feels good for you there, stretching out any muscles. When you're ready, just slowly bring yourself back up to seated. Alright, we're going to bring the soles of our feet together, knees out wide. We're taking butterfly. So you can just flutter your wings a little bit here, warming up those hips. And grab hold of your feet here. Have the soles of your feet touching. You can bring your heels as close as you want to your pelvis. That's going to give you more of an intense stretch. If you've got knee injuries, please, I want you to put your feet out a little bit more in front of you or prop your knees up with some pillows. We're going to take a deep inhale, shoulders down, neck long. Engage your core here. We're lifting up and we're going to lift over. So bending from the elbows, use your elbows to push your knees out to the side and just slowly bringing your chest forward. So we're trying not to hunch from our shoulders here to get down to the ground. We are trying to bend from our hips. So you want to straight back, chest open, shoulders down, and we're wanting to come forward. You want your gaze to be looking out in front of you. So as soon as you find you get to a position where you're going to start to arch over, just stop there. That's your edge today. So close down your eyes, begin to breathe deep. Engaged here to hold your spine nice and strong. The deeper your breath, the better here. On each exhale, you might be able to dip yourself down a little bit lower. to practice ahimsa. Now this is a yogic practice of non-violence. So this is to ourselves and to others and just to anything in our lives. On the mat we want to practice non-violence to ourselves, non-judgment. Just allowing ourselves to be where we're at today and knowing that it's not going to be the same tomorrow as it wasn't the same yesterday. Being completely content in where we are right here, right now, and being thankful for ourselves for just getting on the mat and doing and giving to ourselves today. Keep breathing here. On the next exhale, I would love you to just relax your body over your feet now. So you can hang your shoulders forward, you can hang your head down. Doesn't matter how arched your body is, we're taking the stretch to a different place now. Continue to breathe deeply. Knowing that they're coming to the end of this pose, maybe walk your hands out a little bit further, pull yourself down into the stretch, take a big inhale and a big exhale, and walk yourself up to seated. Very good. We're just going to open our legs up wide now, so you might want to turn sideways onto your mat. This is quite a difficult one for most people, myself included. I find that just grabbing the fleshy parts of your bottom here and pulling them aside so that you can feel your sits bones touching the earth is another good way to hold yourself in this position. What we want to try and do is keep our spine straight. If you noticed that your pelvis is hunching forward and you can't straighten your upper body, bring your legs closer in. It's totally fine. Bring them in closer and closer and closer and closer until you can sit on your pelvis here and have a flat upper body. It's not about flexibility. It's not a competition when it comes to this stuff. It's about finding your edge for today. So take your legs out to where they are today. Upper body nice and flat and strong. Sitting tall. Feet flexed. And we're just going to reach forward. If you can plant your palms and just drop your head here and that feels enough for you, just sit in that, keep breathing. Start our 2 minutes now. So keeping our shoulders down and our neck long, we don't want to hunch here. Feeling the tilt of our pelvis. If you can tilt your pelvis back and up more, you will feel it on the adductors, the inside of your legs. So relaxing the muscles in your face. Keeping your breaths long and deep. You can walk your hands out. Find your edge. Close down your eyes, keeping your neck long. Acknowledging your limits here today. No judgment for yourself, or if you're doing this class with anyone else. No comparisons. Breathing deep, walking your hands out a little bit further. Take a big inhale, and on your exhale, release your body over this stretch. You can bend forward from your back, relax your shoulders over, relax your head. If you want to put some pillows out in front of you to reach where your head is, go ahead. Just relax and breathe. On your next inhale, you can slowly begin to walk yourself back up to your seated position. Grab the outsides of your knees and just slowly bring your legs back to meet in the center. You can twist yourself around to come back onto your mat facing the front. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. We're going to slowly roll down onto our backs. If you want to have a cushion nearby for this one, we're going to be doing some twists so you can rest the cushions underneath your knees. Lying down, throw your arms up and overhead, point your toes, stretch your fingers up to the ceiling, give yourself a big stretch here. You can even yawn if that feels good. We're going to bring our knees up to the ceiling, feet flat on the ground. Lift up and tilt your pelvis forward so you're flushing your lower back to the ground. You should feel it connecting to the earth here. We're going to put our hands by our sides, palms on the earth for stability. We're going to engage our core and lift our legs up to a 90-degree angle. We're going to take an inhale, and on your exhale, we're going to drop our knees to the left. Drop your knees to the left. Feel that nice stretch down the right hand side. So you can have your right arm all the way out to the side. You can put your left hand on your knee if you want to pull your knees down a bit more. And we're going to shift our gaze to look out and across our right arm. Good. You should be feeling this up your right hand side here. If you're wanting to go a little bit deeper in this stretch, you can straighten your top leg. So straighten your top leg and you can reach over and grab your big toes with your left hand. So you can pistol grip that if that's what you want. I'll give you a quick example. So we're down here. You can put your leg out to the side and grab with your toes. So that's straight. Give you a little bit more stretch on the side of your thighs. So holding this stretch now. It's a nice twist. You can close your eyes here, relax your face muscles. So it's a lot harder to breathe deeper in a twist because our stomachs are being squished and our lungs are being squished, but breathing in as deep as you can, holding this beautiful stretch here. One more minute here, so if you want to take it a little bit deeper, try straightening that top leg or pulling your knees down to the ground with your left hand. Just honoring your body and your mind, however you're feeling and whatever you're thinking. that stretch, bringing your knees back up to the center. We're going to take it down to the other side. So knees up to the center, take it over to the right, left arm out to your side, right hand on your knees, and you're looking over your left shoulder here. We're trying to keep our left shoulder grounded. So if your left shoulder's lifting, you can maybe bring your legs back a little bit here, or just breathe into it and feel it let go. Straightening the top leg if that's good for you today, adding in an extra stretch. Closing down your eyes. And while we're holding this pose here, I just want to invite you to send gratitude out into the world today. Just anything that you're thankful for. While you're breathing deeply here and holding this position, is it the weather you're thankful for? Is it the people that you're at home with right now? Are you thankful for yourself, motivating yourself today to get on the mat and do some movement for you, some self-care, filling your cup today? Cultivating that feeling inside you. I'd love it to last with you for the rest of the day and to flow from you to anyone that you come in contact with today. Taking a deep breath in, pulling yourself into the stretch just a little bit more, and to release, exhale, bringing your feet back up to the center. Now I want you to just hug your knees into your chest here, feeling that nice stretch down your glutes. You can rock side to side. You can draw circles with your knees one way and the other. Just releasing your spine here. Keeping your knees together, I want you to just gently rock. Start rocking yourself up and down your mat. It's a nice little massage for our spines. When you feel ready, bring yourself up to seated. We're going to come through onto all fours. Now I want your toes to be touching, your knees out wide. Palms on the earth directly underneath your shoulders, fingers spread wide. We're going to lift our right arm up to the sky. We're doing a bit of a chest opener here, palm facing to the right. Keeping our shoulders down, our necks long. We're going to thread the needle, so bring your right arm through, in between your left arm and your left knee. Just bring yourself down so that your shoulder and the side of your head is resting on the ground here. So we can use our left palm to push our left shoulder up to the sky. We're finding a twist in the upper back now. And we're just going to hold here. So you should be feeling this in your right scapula across the right side of your upper back, in between your shoulder blades. You can wiggle yourself through a bit more if you can't find anything. If you need more, you can lift that left arm up to the sky. Flip your palm so it's facing the back wall, and you can bring your arm around and over, and it can rest in your hip crease of the right hand side. So this is allowing your left shoulder to completely open now up towards the sky. We're going to breathe here. If If you don't want to take that bind, that's absolutely okay. Keep your left hand down in front near your face, or you can put it out in front, wherever you feel good today. Just find your position. Take an inhale here, exhale, release. Using your left hand, push yourself back up to the center. Just balance yourself out again, find your positioning. All the weight in your right arm now. We're going to open up to the left hand up to the sky, palm facing towards the left, and we're going to thread ourselves through. Taking it to the right now, placing the left side of your head on the ground. Feeling that stretch in our left shoulder blade. If you want more, lift that right arm up to the sky, palm facing towards the left. You can switch it around. If you want to take a bind, wrap your arm around and you can hook your fingers into your left hip joint. Focusing here on bringing the right shoulder up to the ceiling. Relaxing the muscles in your face. Breathing deep. Knowing that the position's coming to an end, maybe shift yourself through just a little bit more. Take an inhale and release. Using that right arm to push yourself back up to seated. Keeping your knees wide, push yourself back into extended child's pose. Arms out to the front. So to stretch out the back of our arms here, I want you to just walk your elbows forward a little bit. Bend your arms, bring your hands into prayer position. Bring them up and over your head to rest on the back of your head. And just walk your elbows forward and you'll feel a nice stretch down the back of your arms here. Staying in extended child's pose for a few breaths. Scanning your body now. Notice if there's any more tension that you can breathe into and release. Relaxing the muscles in your face, relaxing your jaw. Breathing deep and feeling your back extend with your breath. When you're ready, you can slowly bring yourself back up to seated. Give yourself any last shoulder rolls or neck stretches. Roll through your rib cage. You can shake out your arms or your legs. Grab yourself some cushions and find your Shavasana, your resting position for today. If you've got a blanket handy, you can throw one on top of you. Put some cushions under your knees if you've got lower back issues or knee issues. You can keep your legs bent with your soles of your feet on the ground if that's how you want to take your Shavasana. You can turn off any lights. I'm going to turn off a light here. Make the room nice and dark, or throw something over your eyes to make it nice and comfortable for you. Alright, eyes closed in your Shavasana. Feeling into your body now. Feel which joints and which muscles you've stretched today. Feeling the weight of your body on the mat. Feeling the ground supporting you. And allowing yourself to just melt down with your breath. I'd like you to imagine a spinning wheel of white light. Maybe it's a galaxy spinning through space, made of stardust. It is whirling at thousands of kilometers per hour, and it's extremely beautiful. Visualize this in your mind's eye. At the very center of this swirling galaxy, there is a point of complete stillness. Everything is spinning around this point. I'd like you to imagine that you are sitting right in the center of this spinning galaxy at that point of stillness, right in the heart of everything. All of life is spinning around you, but you are totally still, quiet and calm. You are completely at rest. Maybe the swirling galaxy is your life. All the things that you have to do, the things that people want you to do, all of your thoughts and ideas and judgments. They can continue, but you have the ability to be still. You can simply be present at that still point, at the center of this galaxy. You can sit quietly and observe everything going on around you. You can observe your thoughts without any need for judgment or change. There is no need to do anything or change anything here. Simply be still and breathe. If you find yourself being drawn into thoughts or concerns, just bring yourself back to the still point. You can come back here as often as you like. This still place is always here and always available to you. So continue breathing deeply and simply be. this still point at the center of the turning world is always available for you. It is inside you. Whenever things seem to be too much in your life, too many things going on, know that you can always close your eyes and take yourself back to this moment, this point of stillness. I hope that you have found stillness today in your mind and your body. Starting now to start to deepen your breath again, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Maybe take this time of stillness and calm to set an intention for the rest of your day. Maybe this has started a day of self-care for you. Maybe it's finishing your day. But take this feeling of calmness and stillness into whatever you've got planned next. Begin to gently wiggle your fingers and toes now, just bringing some movement back into your body, bringing yourself back to the here and now. Deep breaths in and out, and when you're ready, slowly roll yourself onto your side into a fetal position. Using your top arm now planted on the ground beside you, push yourself up into a seated position. Other on our mats, hands on our knees. Take a deep breath in and take a big sigh out. Thank you for joining me again today and experiencing my first Yin Yoga class. I appreciate all your support and hope you get something out of this class today. Bring your hands to prayer, either at your heart space, to your mouth, or to your third eye. My soul recognizes your soul. I honor the light, truth, the love, beauty and kindness within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jason, being our lovely little Have a beautiful day, everyone.
See you guys.
I'll see you in 2 days. Love you.